Hey guys, Steve Zonard here with Remax West, Zonard Associates. Happy Tuesday morning. Quick update in the market. Currently we're at 11,400 units with 3,000 units actually selling last week. And again, if we bring that total together, we'd be at 14,400 units in current inventory on the market. But market is still flowing quite well. Bidding wars have ended. Let's say that. Let's say on regular two-story properties, buyers are not coming to the offer date. They're not providing offers, and properties are getting canceled, relisted. This has been the trend the last 3 weeks, but now it's pretty much it's at the end point. But again, anomaly properties like bungalows are still flowing well. If they hold back offers, that's a different clientele looking for a bungalow. Also, it's probably a baby boomer that really doesn't care about the pricing and are willing to pay whatever at what cost. And for example, in Bolton, we just saw a few bungalows sell for astronomical amounts of money. I saw one sell for 1.5 million. It was probably like 1,300 square feet or less. And one just sold last week for $1,680,000. So, and I think that was about 1,500 square feet. It was a corner, let's say corner lot or the end of a street property overlooking another street, like a quiet street. It was a nice property for $1,680,000. It's quite. It actually broke all records. I think that's the highest sold property in Bolton, and it's one of the smaller ones. So congrats to the sellers on that one. Interesting news. I was reading an article with Southwest Airlines. It kind of piqued my attention because, as we're looking at travel and tourism and COVID and, stay remaining in our bubbles and all this business of never getting out of our own backyards. And we have Southwest Airlines that just purchased 100 new 737 MAX airlines. Or airplanes rather. So they just put an order in the last couple of days for 100 new aircrafts, okay, and an option to buy another 155 more. And this brings up their total order to 349 aircrafts, because 200 of them consist of smaller MAX 7 and 149 are the larger MAX 8s. So what did I miss something? I don't know if people traveling, but ultimately, just on the 100 planes that they order, the 737 MAX 7s, this is a $10 billion order, not to mention, I don't know, it doesn't state the other costs of the other planes ordered, the other 200 ordered. But quite interesting. So maybe they know something we don't know. And that's quite reassuring news, because if Southwest Airlines is willing to invest in 349 new aircrafts to update their fleet, that means that travel and tourism is going to take off again, which obviously that opens up all the borders and COVID goes away in a sense. So maybe they know something we don't know. And I was just chatting with a few colleagues about this yesterday. This could be really good news. And also Spain over the weekend had a concert of 5,000 people live in a venue. So yes, they wore masks, but ultimately they were rapid tested for COVID prior to the concert. But there was 5,000 people gathered for a venue with a live band concert. So everything is looking good. Again, real estate will still see a little bit of a lull, but again, we're going to have to start buying in this little bit of this valley, and then ultimately we're going to see this price rise, because my predictions is when immigration opens up in the next couple of years, if Southwest is buying airlines, that means people are going to be traveling. So once the immigration opens up and we have this influx of new immigrants come to the country, we're going to have to put them somewhere. So housing is going to get a lot of stress at that point. So hopefully we can buy a few more properties prior to then and sit tight and go from there. And even I was just thinking about my personal property where we have we accumulated 3 properties. We assembled 3 properties where we're going to build 14 townhouses. And the whole idea was to trigger my new Terrion license and to sell these as a new builder. But I think last week I thought about it. I think we're going to build it once the water allocation is lifted. Going to build it and ultimately keep them as rental properties. So I think it's $4 million to build the properties. Might have to raise $1 million capital for myself and then get the rest on a construction loan and then go from there. But at the end, if I can rent 14 townhouses at $2,500 per townhouse, fast math, I think it works out to $400,000 a year in gross income, rental income. So that might be the future, because if we're going to have a lot of stress on properties more than what we have now, we're going to need rental properties. So if we can get some high-end properties and go from there, so we can have, let's say, instead of having a $10 million sellout, I'll have $10 million parcel. I can do a refinance on the property, get a lift out, and maybe get my original $1 million put it in, and then pay out the construction loan at $3 million, have a $7 million mortgage on a $10 million piece of property that's generating 400,000+ gross income per year. So this is, I think, the end goal of that property analysis. So we'll keep you posted on that. Have an amazing day, guys. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me at 647-962-4372 or direct message me if you have any questions. Have a great day. Ciao.